Hey, good morning. I want to do a follow-up to what I was just sent you, all of you, a text. And the biggest reason for the follow-up is so I can demonstrate to you by video in case we run short on time tomorrow. So maybe you can watch this, and so when we talk about it, you can have more questions to go through it. There is a reason for the three pieces of paper and how they have to be done in order. Listen, I don't care what anyone says. If you're a dealer today in our business where financing is pretty damn good right now, the people are working like they've never been working before. We have a need for our product like it's never been needed before. We have all the allergies, and I mean, it's an unbelievable time to be into the rainbow business. It really is. So, sales, the only reason sales on an individual basis are down is they people try to change the business. Listen, if you're a part-time dealer, we appreciate you. If you're a full-time dealer, you got to understand what it takes to be a full-time dealer, okay? And unfortunately, in our business, we have to work when people aren't working, and that's the basic facts, and that's usually evenings, weekends, and holidays. And but the most important thing is if you're a part-time person and you struggle at working some of these hours, you have to run a high-quality appointment. Appointments from non-writers or not customers are not the best appointments. Sometimes we have to run them because we need to build our leads up. And so I'm not telling you not to run these appointments. I'm not telling you not to run any appointments. I'm telling you that the goal is to work from one section of these appointments and get yourself in a setup so that you're only running customer set appointments. These are not appointments that are set up by the office, and these are not appointments that you personally set up. These are appointments that the customer sets up, okay? Now, we have to help teach the customer through a presentation of our programs to absolutely be able to set us up quality appointments. So we have two programs for our customers. We have what is called the incentive program and the influencer program. The incentive program gives them gifts, okay? And that is our instant set contest, we call it the instant set program, where we show the rainmate in such a way that people want more rainmates. We show the rainmate in such a way that we show it that we give them ideas like where would you put it, and if your child was sick, if people were coming over, do you have cats, litter box? So we give them, or smokers, we give them ideas of who to call. It is essential. Now, if you've not seen this, I'm going to tell you that you're dealing. If you've not seen this, okay, take my word from a guy that averaged over 35 to 40 sales a month, okay? Sold close to 400 machines in a year, rainbows that is, 400 machines in a year, okay? And never hurt for an appointment, all right? So I'm going to tell you that the strongest thing you can do is to show these videos. And if anybody tells you not to, they're wrong, okay? From a guy that sold 40 machines a month, made close to $400,000, not to impress you, but to impress upon you, okay? Just selling personals, all right? So you have to show the customers these videos, all right? The most important thing is the customer sets up the appointments that night, because that sets up the customer, and they believe at this point, this helps the customer. It helps you train the customer what to say to people. It helps the customer think they can do the meet and greet program, which we explain later. It is the starting, and for you not to go through these and really work hard with the customer in the presentation before you show the machine. Now, we give the customer 24 hours, but that's it for the instant set program because this cookware is expensive. The second thing that most people don't do that I find is this text, okay? This text was developed by a young lady out in Kansas City, Kansas, who was a surgical nurse, went on to build a team of over 26 people from recruiting them from the home. So this is the most successful individual team leader in the history of Rainbow. The most successful team leader. Her team averages over 200 sales a month. And she has every one of her customers send this text out in the beginning before she shows the rainbow. So I say these things not to impress you, but to impress upon you. We must do this correctly, okay? Now, also the other reason we do send this text out is for older people that might not have Facebook. The next reason we do this is we actually teach customers to enter these into their customer RBO. So this is a teaching moment. Not only is it an incentive moment, it is a teaching moment and it also, this part right here sells the rainbow. Because if you get 1, 2, 3 instant sets, your chances of selling the rainbow go up 50 to 70%. So this is what you're going to really have to work hard on. And this makes the business so much easier, all right? You don't have to do 20 demos to sell 15 machines, all right? Then you go into the price page. And one more time, this is so important that we go through the price page and actually show them the price page. If you have to have an actual price page. This is what works from a guy that sold 480 machines, okay, in 1 year. When I personally sold rainbows, I never had a month under 30, ever. I wouldn't know how to sell under 30. It's only 30 demos. It's only 2 hours a day. It's not that hard, okay? So what I'm trying to say is you have to go over this price page, and this is the key of this price page. There's 3 ways to buy it, okay? And 2 ways to pay for it, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. 3 ways to buy it and 2 ways to pay for it. But before I bring in the larger machine, I just want to show you what some of our accessories will do with this amazing machine. And then I have them do the QR code. This shows the attachments. Why do I have them do the QR code? It allows me time to go out while they're watching the video on their phone. It allows me time to go out and get my big rainbow. Okay? I don't ask the people to go get the big rainbow. I go and get the rainbow. That's key. So they're watching this as I'm getting all my stuff. If you do this exactly the way I'm telling you to do this, your success is unbelievable, okay? Then the last thing, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I told you, okay, just a second for this phone. I got it propped up against the computer here this morning, okay? I told you there was 3 ways to buy it, 2 ways to pay for it. Most people, a lot of people will just write a check. 90% of the people allow what we call influencer marketing, where we will take you and actually pay you to help us. What do I mean by that? As long as you buy the rainbow, we will give you $50 for every appointment that you set up for us. You have to do absolutely nothing for it. Just $50 just to set us up an appointment, put it in your RBO, and 2 appointments a month, pay for your rainbow monthly. Just 2. You don't have to do anything. Just set us up, put them into your thing. Or you only have to do 1 appointment to pay for your rainbow. Okay? and that is to introduce us to them. Come and actually introduce us to them. Okay, that's called a ride along, and you're called a rider. And for that, instead of the $50, we're going to pay you $100. Now, Mrs. Jones, if you hang out for a little bit, like the rider is here, or if you hang out a little bit with us and help us through the presentation, especially this part, because we need your influencing. If we sell it, we're going to pay you $200 instead of the 100 or the 50. So the worst you're going to make by driving over there is $100 for introducing us, but you could make up to $200 as long as we sell it. Okay? Now, these have to be, now when we're paying this kind of money, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, along with the Instant Set program, which I went through the qualifications, there is a criteria. And the reason why there's a criteria is we have to be able to pay for the program. And we appreciate single people, we appreciate people living in apartments, but the algorithms, and you might know people that can buy it living in an apartment, but the algorithms that our company uses doesn't say that. So the criteria we use to pay you on these, unless it is a sale trumps all criteria. So it has to be a husband and wife, committed couple, gainfully employed, comfortably retired, homeowner. Okay? That's the only way. But if you know somebody that can buy the machine and you want us to show, hey, listen, we'll go there, show them. If they buy, you make the $200. Unfortunately, if they don't buy, it's an unqualified presentation. Now, here's the thing. We know if you get a fast start, okay? We know if you get a fast start, we do better, you do better, okay? So what we do is we actually will bonus you. So if you come and we do 12 appointments within 3 months, you'll get a $2,000 bonus. If it takes you a little while, it takes you 6 months, okay? You will get a $2,000 bonus, okay? So you could make up to, in your first 60 days, 12 appointments. Half of them are sales, $1,200 on 6 of them, $100 on the other 6. Okay, 12 plus 6 is $1,800. All right, plus your $2,000 bonus, $3,800. You can make up to $3,800. And if you're really a go-getter, you can do it all. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, how would you like to get everything? Okay. At this point in time is when you do the Facebook post. If you do the Facebook post now, they want to do the Facebook post, but there's more to the Facebook post than I can explain to you. And what I mean, there's a little bit more to the Facebook post is, let me explain this to you, is that you have to share it in Messenger. Okay, you first have to make sure that they make it public, but you have to share it in Messenger. But at this point in time, people should want to do the Facebook. You're going to say, how would you like to almost get all of this absolutely for free? Okay, and they'll, of course, say yes. Say, I say Paris Hilton made a living off nothing but influencing people to buy her products, her jewelry, her perfumes, and things like that. Okay. You could make up to $3,800 in the next 3 months by just holding this little rainmate, putting it on Facebook, and telling everybody how great it is, okay? And I think you believe it's great. So let's just go ahead and take a real quick picture, put it on Facebook. And by the way, once you do that post, anybody, just like in case you people didn't get your text, share it to your Messenger to anybody that's a homeowner, gainfully employed, comfortably retired. Now, on top of that, our office on a daily basis will be sending you the list of people that have signed up that say, I want to look for it. We're not calling them. We want you to have all the credit. We want you to make all those phone calls at your leisure. So you call the people and you say, hey, listen, I'll come by and I'll introduce them. Great people, okay? And they get credit for just showing it off, all right? But don't forget about your 30 demo guarantee. If you do 30 demos in a month, so you could actually say, I get paid to show it. If you do 30 demos in a month, you get a free rainbow to sell. So this is just real quick. This is a 15-minute video. So thank you for your time. Go ahead and take a look at it. We'll get more in depth on that on a Monday morning at 11 o'clock. Okay? Take care. Thank you.